All right, so let's start the masterclass. First of all, thank you so much for joining the today's masterclass organized by Ellipse Education. I am Abhishek Agarwal. I am a Microsoft certified Azure data engineer. I have done my graduation from an IIT Raipur in 2016, and after that, I have worked completely into the Azure cloud domain for 8 to 9 years. I have completed multiple data migration project from legacy system to Azure cloud infrastructure, and also I have done a migration project from Hadoop cluster to the Spark cluster. I started this teaching journey back in COVID timing, right? When I got some free time, so some of my students got laid, some of my friends got laid off during that COVID timing. So I started teaching them projects which helped them to get a job into the Azure field. And after that, I basically continued doing that from 2 to 2.5 years now. So like my friends got a job, then they recommended their friends, and then soon um, I started doing it as a part time, right? So I'm working in Aldi Sud in Germany right now, and then I train people on Azure technology. So whatever I do, I try to basically teach them through my training. So this is pretty much about me, right? Now you can check out my LinkedIn profile, what are the projects I have done, and then in what are the companies I have worked with, right? So you can go and check out my LinkedIn profile. Um, As I told you that I have done my graduation in 2016, and after that I basically worked as data analyst, doing some SQL, Excel, this kind of a work. And then I basically, from 18 onwards, I completely switched into the Azure cloud technology. I delivered multiple projects in this. And then after COVID got open, people started moving to Bangalore, Pune. So I thought of moving abroad. So I basically applied in many companies across Europe, across Asia, and then I got a job in Germany directly from India. So I know how to get a job in India, how I know how to get a job across the globe as well, right? I am helping people around it. And also you can check out my LinkedIn profile. I share many good content in LinkedIn profile, right? So you can check out my LinkedIn profile. You can go through the different topics and different learning material which I share across, which can also help you to learn data engineering in general. Okay. So this is pretty much about me, right? And then in Education Ellipse website itself, like what we provide in Education Ellipse, let me give you a brief about it, right? So in Education Ellipse, we basically train, uh, we provide the training from the mentors who are currently working in the industry, right? So such as I am working in Azure technology, so I provide all the training related to Azure. Similarly, we have Vail Murugan who takes care of all the training related to AWS, right? And then we have a Khan sir who takes care of all the training related to SQL and Python. Then we have Sindhu Pratapati. She take cares of training related to Power BI, and then we have a Sankha Das. He also take cares of few of the classes of like Azure cloud technology, right? So this is pretty much about the tutor. And over here, we will be providing you the real-time projects experience from the mentors who are currently working in the industry. It's our like we take very few students, we help them till the time they get a job, right? So it's personalized training based upon your profile, interview tailored preparation. Reason being that we will not only train you, we will help you to understand how you can get a job as well. So first of all, we will do projects, and I will teach you the project which I am doing in the company, right? And then I will help you to write the project in your resume. Then we will basically go ahead and find out the job. So I will try to help you in your resume making, mock interview, everything will I will take, and I will be there with you till the time you get a job. It's not like training is done, support is done. I will be there with you till the time you get a job. Okay. And we have a 7 day refund policy. So if you're not satisfied with the training, you can come back to us, get a refund in 7 days, right? And then we will make you job ready. You'll learn from the industry expert. And we have a price match policy as well. So if you get a similar course anywhere in the market in less of a price, you come back to us and get a price match as well. I am training from past 2.5 years to 3 years now. So I am in this particular market from past 3 years. So I know the market, I know the prices around, right? And I know the depth of the teaching which they are doing, right? So I make sure I provide the in detail training about Azure data engineering in less of a price which is available in the market. That is what I do. And that is why I am giving this particular guarantee as well. So I know you will not get a similar syllabus anywhere in the market with the offering which we are giving, but if you get it, you come back to us and we will match the price as well. All right. And as I told you, we have a AWS course, we have a Snowflake course, we have a SQL Python course, we have an integrated course as well, right? So it's like we don't provide a one course to everyone, right? So suppose for like less experienced people, we have Azure Data Engineering course. For more experienced people, we have this particular for like the people who are looking for big data training and data training, we have this particular course, right? And experienced people can take up this course. So we have like a customized training for different people rather than providing one training for everyone, right? So we have a customized training for different people which you'll understand in the today's masterclass. Okay. And then we offer a recorded material of all of our courses as well. So if you want to learn quickly, if you have less time, so you can get a recorded material of all of our courses as well, right? And now you can check out the reviews over here. You can check out the video reviews over here. Jaskaran got a job, Deepak got a job, right? And then you can also check out the reviews from here, right? You can go over here. You can check out the reviews over here as well, right? There are many reviews over here, right? And you can also open my Urban Pro profile and also you can check out the reviews. Okay, you can open this review and you can check out the reviews over here as well. And then you can open our Instagram profile as well. And you can check out the reviews over here as well, right? So there are many platforms through which you can check out the reviews, right? So here also you can know about me. You can check out the reviews here. All right, guys. So you can check out my LinkedIn profile here. You can check out the reviews here. You can check out also reviews here, right? So why I'm telling you all of this, because sometime you joined virtually, you need to trust your tutor. You need to know me. You need to know how I'm teaching, right? So you can just do all this research, right? All right. So this is pretty much about me. This is pretty much about education ellipse, which you need to know. Okay. So just in summary, in Education Ellipse, we provide the training from the mentors who are currently working in the industry, such as I am working in Azure data engineering field from past 8 years. So I provide the training related to that, and I will make sure what I will teach you, whatever I know, right? That I will teach you. And now let's come to the technical part of the things, right? So first of all, the people who came here came from one basic agenda that all of you want to switch to Azure data engineering domain, right? So whenever you want to switch to Azure data engineering domain, you have this question such as, hey, what is cloud? Why Azure? Like, hey, Azure has an opening or not? What is data engineering? I'm a fresher. Can I get a job? I have a career gap. Can I get a job? I have 10 years of experience. Can I get a job, right? So as I told you, we offer a customized course. It's not like fresher is doing the same course as a year gap or 10 years of experience guy is doing the same course as a fresher. It's not like that. We offer different course for different profile. None of the training institute offers this. So they have just like a same course curriculum, which is Azure Data Engineering course curriculum, and they offer for everyone. But we have a customized course curriculum for everyone. We will offer you, will tell you that, right? Because the fresher should not learn how, that much how the experienced guy, 10 years of experience guy should learn, right? So we have a customized course for everyone, which will tell you, right? And then we will tell you as per your profile, if you're from Power BI background, if you're from SSIS background, if you're from Informatica background, if you're from admin background, how you can switch. If you're from sales background or marketing background, how you can switch, right? And coding is required or not, how much coding is required, how we will do live projects, right? And then how we will practice on Azure, how you can approach the interview, how you can handle the scenario based interview question. We will tell you about everything, right? So in the today's masterclass, we will make sure that as per your profile, suppose you are a Power BI developer having 5 years of experience, so how you can go to the market and switch, right? That will make sure. We will make sure that that is basically very clear for you. Okay. All right, I think I'm getting a background noise, so I will mute everyone. All right. So just in summary, right, in the today's masterclass, it should be very, very clear after attending this masterclass that how you can switch to Azure data engineering as per your profile, right? So that is what we'll understand in today's masterclass. Okay. All right, guys. So let's start. Let's start with like so, and then the agenda of the masterclass will be as following, right? So what we will do, we will basically, I will open this. I will open. All right. So so we will follow this particular way in which the introduction part I already covered. I think 1 second, I'm sharing a different slide. All right, guys. So we will follow this particular way in which I have already gone through the introduction, website, and LinkedIn profile, everything, right? Now we will understand why cloud, what is cloud, why Azure. Okay, so we'll first understand why cloud and what is cloud, right? And then we will go into why Azure only, right? And after that, we will learn about why and what of data engineering, right? And then we will learn about what are the tools you can learn, right? So we'll cover up each and every topic one by one, and then through which all of your question will be answered. But if you have any question which I haven't covered, you can also type your question in the chat. I will make sure that that particular question is also answered. Okay, all right. So let's start now. So first of all, let's start with why cloud, what is cloud, why Azure. Okay, so let's start with this now. So to basically explain this, I will open a slide to understand this, right? So suppose let's go back in 2012 or something, right? So when I was using like a CDs, pen drive to store my data. Now I no longer use the CDs, DVDs, pen drive to store my data. Rather than that, I use like a cloud storage where I can just like um, dump my data, share like with anyone. Suppose I use a Google Drive where I can just dump my photo, share the link with someone, right? And at the same time, like so now when I switch to some sort of a Google Drive, right? So collaboration is very easy, right? And if my storage is full, previously back in 2012 or something, if my storage is full, I need to go to the market, purchase a new pen drive, right? Now I don't need to do that. Reason being that, hey, I can just like upgrade my storage in Google Drive very easily, right? So I'm getting this benefits now, right? So it's basically data loss and recovery will be handled by the cloud service provider. If my, like I don't need to worry about, hey, my data will be lost and all of that, right? So data loss and recovery will be handled by a cloud service provider. Upgrade is very easy, easy to collaborate, easy to implement. That is why all the individual is moving to the cloud, right? Similarly, as all the individual is moving to the cloud, all the companies are also nowadays using a cloud storage and storing the data in the cloud because of these advantages. Okay. So what is cloud? Cloud is nothing but you're not using your computer, you're using someone else's computer, you're paying for it, right? As simple as that. So the cloud is nothing but the practice of using a network of remote server hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data. So you're not using your computer, you're using someone else's computer, you're paying for it. That's all, right? That is what the cloud is. Okay, and then you have a different cloud player in the market, such as Amazon, Microsoft, GCP, VMware, Alibaba. You have different cloud player in the market, right? Which offers different like remote servers, right? So suppose you can relate this with a cyber cafe example. So back in 2012, I used to go to the cyber cafe and then use their computer, and I used to pay 20 rupees an hour, 30 rupees an hour, right? To use their computer. Similarly, here also you're doing that. You're using their hardware, you are using their computer, you are paying for it, right? That is what you're doing, right? You're using their virtual machine, you're paying for it. Okay. All right. So that is what the cloud is. Okay. Now let's try to understand. Hey, Abhishek, I understood what is cloud, right? I understood why cloud is important. But now, can you please tell me why I should learn only Azure, right? So suppose I basically like you can choose any cloud, right? You can choose AWS, you can choose GCP, but why I feel Azure has an edge because Microsoft, like every company uses a Microsoft product, right? So suppose like among in my 8 years of career, whenever I switch different companies, right? In all the company, I have seen the people using a Microsoft product, be it a Office, right? Be it some sort of Excel work, right? So every company uses a Microsoft product because they have a very good penetration in corporate world in general. That is why I feel you should learn Azure first of all, and also at the same time, Azure is heavily investing in OpenAI as well, right? So Microsoft is heavily investing in OpenAI, which also gives a Microsoft as an edge. Now, at the same time, if you go to Naukri.com, right? If you open Naukri.com, if you try to find a job across like Azure in general, you'll see the many openings around Azure data engineering as well, right? And then whenever I wanted to switch a job in India, multiple times from 5 LPA to 10 LPA, 10 LPA to 15 LPA, 15 LPA to 20 LPA, I was always and always getting an opportunity around Azure data engineering field. And when I wanted to switch my job from India to Germany as well, I was getting opportunities, right? That is more important when you want to switch. You should get opening which you can apply to switch, right? That is more important. So I am a bit biased here, right? Because I am an Azure data engineer by myself, so I will definitely recommend you to Azure to learn Azure. But you can do your research. You can see the openings in Naukri, right? You can see the openings in LinkedIn, right? And then accordingly choose. But I will just give you my points, right? So every company uses a Microsoft product. OpenAI is heavily investing in, sorry, Microsoft is heavily investing in OpenAI, and at the same time, you'll see many openings in Naukri or in LinkedIn profile as well. That is why I feel you should learn Azure in general. Okay. Now let's try to understand that, hey, if you open this Naukri.com, right, and then if you open some data engineering profile, right, you will see many. Some people are saying that, hey, learn PySpark, Databricks, SQL, Data Lake, Python, ADLS, Data Synapse, Data Factory. Yes, this is very good job description. They want you to learn what is more important, right? So this is a very good job description. But when you see many job openings, suppose let me open a few of the job openings. Yeah, so sometimes you will see the CI/CD pipeline as well in the job opening. You will see some stream analytics as well in the job opening. You will see some event hub as well in the job opening, right? Now, sometimes you are confused that, hey, Abhishek, what are the tools which is very, very important, which I should focus on? Because I cannot focus on now. If you see over here in this job opening, they have written Linux, Java, SSAS, SSIS, or Power BI, or Scala, PySpark, Python, right? SSRS, right? Now you will be like, hey, what to learn? Because there are so many things, right? Now let me open other job profiles as well. If I open like this one, yeah, this is also limited, so it's not a problem. But you will see many job opening, they are asking many things, and then you're confused what to learn. So let me open like other things as well. So suppose I will open this IBM one. Now they are saying that, hey, big data technology, Hadoop, Scala, Databricks, NoSQL, cell scripting, Kafka, Linux, right? As the insight, all of this. So now, see, guys, it's not about like can you learn everything. It's about like suppose if you want to learn everything, I if I being honest with you, do I? Like, do I know all of this? Whatever they have written? No, I don't know all of this. Okay. And nobody can know all of this, right? So suppose nobody can know all of this, meaning that if they have limited experience of 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, then knowing all of this is very, very difficult. Okay. Now, similarly, when you want to switch to a new technology, and if you say that you want to learn everything and then you want to switch, then you need 2 to 3 years to learn all of this, right? So it's very difficult. Now, when you want to switch, it's very important that you focus on limited skill set. Reason being that all of you are probably a working professional, right? And if you're a fresher as well, you want a job as soon as possible. And if you're a working professional, if I tell you to devote 1 to 2 years daily for 2 hours for 1 year continuously and then learn and then switch, it's very difficult, guys. Trust me. Okay. So please pick a skill set which is very, very important rather than picking many skill set because you cannot learn everything, right? And to pick up what is important, you should know what is data engineering so that you can make a smart decision. So let me clarify what is data engineering so that it's very, very clear for you what is important for data engineering. Okay, so I will open this slide and then we'll understand what is data engineering. So I will give you a very simple example of what is data engineering, right? So suppose like a particular company has a different data sources, like they have a SQL server, they have a SharePoint, they have a Oracle, they have like a file server, right? So they have different data sources. Now what they want to do, they want to move all of this data to a cloud storage, right? They want to move all of this data to a cloud storage. Why they want to move all this data to the cloud storage? Because they feel that hey, cloud is trendy, and then it's better to collaborate. It's better. It's basically easy to maintain and all of that. Suppose I opened a retail store in Bangalore and I have a retail store in Bangalore at different locations. Suppose I have a retail store in Balandur, in Sarjapur, or in HSR layout. Now I basically wants to understand total sales. When I want to understand total sales, I need to have a data at one centralized location, right? This is what I want to have. And to do that, I need to basically load the data to a centralized location, which is a cloud storage, right? So that I can basically transform data, I can analyze the data. That is what I can do, right? So, so what I will do, first of all, I will migrate the data to the cloud storage, right? And then I can basically transform the data to do the analysis. Okay. So suppose if I have a retail store in Bangalore at different location, first of all, I need to move the data to the cloud storage. Then I can I can move the data to the cloud storage and then I can transform data and then I can analyze on top of it. Okay. So in this overall flow, what is the data engineering work? Data engineering work is to do extraction, means the data movement from one place to another, right? So suppose if I have a store at different locations, so data engineer's task is to move the data from all of this location to a cloud storage, first of all, which is the extraction part. And at the same time, data engineering task is to also do the transformation so that it's ready for the analysis, right? That is what the data engineer will also do. So first data engineer will move the data to the cloud storage, then he will transform the data to make it ready for the analysis. That is what the data engineering will do, right? Extraction, transformation, and loading. What data engineer will not do? Data engineer will not make a architecture diagram, such as like this kind of architecture diagram won't be created by data engineer, right? So it will be created by solution architect. Data engineer will not also try to make a infrastructure and security. All of this data engineer will not do. So data engineer's job is to not take care of security, VPN, connection, authorization, authentication. All of that the data engineer will not do, right? Data engineer will work on two tasks: data movement and data transformation, right? So data engineer will find out the right data for data analyst and data scientist, develop a ETL pipeline, maintain the data marts, monitor the data pipelines, ensure that data quality is good, ensure the code quality is good, optimize the cost of the pipeline, optimize the performance of the pipeline, implement the data governance practices, right? Make sure the data quality is good. So that is the first and foremost job of a data engineer, to make sure that the data quality which he is delivering is good quality, right? And then document the overall flow. That is what the data engineer will do, right? What data engineer will not do: deploy the ML models, create a dashboard, managing a CI/CD pipeline, designing the front end application, right? Handling the infrastructure and security. All of this is not data engineering. Data engineer task is to do extract, transform, and load. That is what a data engineer will do, right? Data extraction, data movement, right? That is data extraction and then data transformation. Okay, that is what the data engineer will do, and make sure the code quality is good, make sure the data quality is good, right? Now, if so, my point is you should not start with learning all of this, rather than learn what is data engineering, and then you can focus on other things after that. Okay, all right. All right. So now, like, and to learn data extraction and data transformation, what are the tools which is important? Data Factory, Synapse Analytics, Data Lake, SQL DB, Databricks, SQL Stored Procedure, ADF flows. All of these tools are important. So what are tools are which is important for data engineering? Data Factory, Data Lake, Databricks, SQL DB, DevOps, Synapse Analytics. All of these tools are important for data engineering. Okay. Data Factory, SQL DB, Databricks, Data Lake, DevOps, Synapse Analytics, all of these tools are important for data engineering. Okay. All right. Now again, you will tell Abhishek, you have again told right many tools here, right? But if you specifically ask me what are the tools are really important among all of this is Data Factory, Databricks, SQL DB. Data Factory, Databricks, SQL DB. For data movement, Data Factory. For data transformation, SQL DB and Databricks, right? So these are the tools which is very important for data engineering. Why I'm telling you all of these tools? Because Data Factory, you can do data extraction or data migration. Data transformation, you can learn by using Databricks and SQL DB. In SQL DB, you can do the single machine computation. In Databricks, you can do the distributed computing framework, right? So these tools are important. And then Synapse Analytics, all of this is built on top of Data Factory and Databricks itself. So once you learn Data Factory, Databricks, SQL DB, you can easily manage with Synapse Analytics. You can easily manage with Fabric as well. Okay. All right. So now let's move ahead and let's try to see that like what are these tools and how does it look, right? So let's try to see this, right? Now if I open Data Factory, this is how Data Factory looks. Okay, let me show you this. So here you can go and then see the pipelines, right? So here in the Data Factory, what you can do, you can create a data pipeline to move the data from the source to sink, right? That is what you can do. You can migrate the data from your source to the sink. This is what you can do in Data Factory, okay? Without any code. So suppose if I want to move the data from here to here, I don't need to write any code, and still I can move the data from the source to the sink, right? Without any coding. So in Data Factory, you don't need to write any code, and you can migrate the data from the source to the sink. This is what you can do in Data Factory. Okay. So to learn Data Factory, the coding is not required, because here you don't need to write any code for the data movement. Okay. So if you don't know any sort of a coding, you can start with Data Factory, because here you don't need to write any code, and then still you can do your job. And when you're learning Data Factory, you need to focus on data migration, right? Do not focus on learning a specific tool, which is Data Factory, but rather than that, learn on learning the importance of data migration. Like what is data migration? What is full load? What is delta load? How to do delta load? Right? All of this migration, what is upside concept, right? All of this concept you need to learn. And if you learn this concept, you can easily adapt with any sort of a technology anyways. Okay. How to create connection, right? All of these things you need to basically learn, and then once you learn this, you can easily work with any tool. So don't be tool specific, but rather than that, be a concept specific because the tools can change, right? But the concept will be same for all the tools, right? Now, like once you learn the data factory, right, what is more important after that is to learn SQL DB or Databricks, right? So SQL DB and Databricks, because in SQL DB you can do the like single machine processing, and Databricks you can do the distributed computing framework, right? Suppose if I open like a SQL DB, for example, Azure SQL database. So here you can do the single machine processing, right? That is what you can do in the SQL DB. But now suppose if you have big amount of data, single machine processing as in, let me try to open a slide so that it's very clear for you. Single machine processing means, suppose if you have a problem statement and then you have a master node, for example. If you have a problem statement and then you have a master node, then master node is basically a single machine. Like suppose here you have a single machine as a single computer, right? Suppose if I have one computer and I want to do all the processing in the single computer, then it's a SQL processing. You have a single machine processing. But now what is distributed computing is you try to divide your task to different computers or different virtual machines, right? So that is a distributed computing. So suppose if I have a 2 minus 2, 2 plus 2, 1 plus 1 problem statement, I want to do this. So rather than running in a single machine, I will distribute it into different workers so that my task, like the task will be faster, right? Suppose if I have a box of coin to count, I will rather divide this box of coin to different machines so that the count will become faster. So that is distributed computing framework, which is very important for like for big data processing. Okay, is Azure SQL? So some of the people are asking doubt. So let me try to clarify the doubt as well. Is Azure SQL DB the advanced form of SQL Server? No, Azure SQL DB is a normal SQL DB. You have a Synapse server, which is a which is the advanced form of um, which is the advanced form of SQL. You have a Synapse server, Synapse warehouse. Okay. Anirban is saying hard to understand. What is hard to understand, Anirban? Can you please clarify me so that I can answer your question? You can unmute yourself and ask question, please. What is hard to understand? If you can tell me, I can re-explain
The
this.
terminology is very hard to understand.
Which terminology? This one, or which terminology you are referring to? Like distributed computing is hard to understand, data factory is hard to understand. Can you tell me the terminology which I'm using? Like which you haven't got? Can you tell me? This one.
I got the concept, but the specific some terminologies which are used in this.
Okay. If you can tell me the terminology, then I can explain the terminology. Probably I am used to that by day-to-day work, but if you tell me, I can just explain. All right. So now, like, let's try to understand this, right? So over here, SQL is basically a single machine processing, which means that you have a single computer in which you are trying to process data, but a distributed computing is, rather than that, you are not processing data in the single computer, but you are dividing your task to different workers, and then you are processing your task, which is faster. Okay, so that is what the distributed computing is, which can be done using Spark. Okay, so Spark is a distributed computing framework. So suppose if I open Spark, Spark is open source analytics engine for large scale data processing, right? So, and it is basically a distributed computing framework which is open source. Open source means anybody can use it, right? You can download Spark in your local computer and then use it. Spark is open source. But now, like as Spark is open source, Spark can be integrated in Fabric as well. It can be integrated in Synapse as well. So Spark is open source. Spark can run at different places, right? So Spark can run in different machines, different computers, right? But why we are focusing on learning Databricks? Because Databricks is created by creators of Apache Spark itself, right? Suppose if you go to Databricks, Databricks is created by creators of Apache Spark, which makes Databricks a very powerful tool. Because suppose what is best for distributed computing, Apache Spark, and Databricks is created by creators of Apache Spark, which makes Databricks a very powerful tool, right? So that is why we are focusing on learning Databricks. Okay, so because data in Databricks you can do distributed computing and by using Spark, right? So now, just in summary, right? Over here, what is data engineering? Data engineering is nothing but data movement and data transformation. For data movement, you can use Data Factory and learn about how to move the data from point A to point B. For that, there is no coding required. For data transformation, what is important is you learn data transformation either in SQL, right? So that you transform data, or you learn distributed computing, which you can do in Databricks, okay, by using a Spark. Now to learn SQL and to do the processing in SQL, DB or Databricks, you need some sort of a coding language, right? You need some coding language, either SQL and Python, because Spark can be also written in SQL, in Python, in Scala, in Java, in R. So if you know one of the language, you can easily work with SQL or Databricks, right? So you can work with any one of them, right? Because in Spark can be written in SQL, in Python, in both of the language you can write Spark, right? So you can work with the Databricks if you know SQL, or if you know Python, you can work with Databricks. Okay. Now let me try to summarize everything, right? So that it's very clear for you. Okay, so let's try to summarize everything, right? So why cloud, right? Cloud is basically important because it's easy to collaborate, easy to maintain, right? What is cloud? Cloud is nothing but you're not using your computer, you are using someone else's computer, you're paying for it. Why you should learn only Azure? Because Microsoft is heavily investing in ChatGPT and OpenAI. Every company uses a Microsoft product. What is data engineering? Data engineering is nothing but data movement and data transformation. For data movement, you can work with Data Factory, and no coding is required for this, right? And then once you know Data Factory, you can easily work with Synapse, you can easily work with Fabric, right? And then for data transformation, if you want to transform data, you need to know one coding language, either SQL and Python. You need to know one coding language, either SQL and Python. Okay. Now you can do single machine processing in SQL. You can do multiple machine processing using Spark, right? And Spark knowledge will be useful for you. Like once you learn Spark, you can work with Fabric as well. You can work with Synapse as well. You can work with AWS Glue as well. Wherever the Spark is being used, you can work in any of the tool, right? But why we are focusing on Databricks? Because Databricks is created by creators of Apache Spark. So it's much more mature tool when it comes to Spark. Okay. Now also Databricks are adapted by different cloud technology. For example, like you have a AWS Databricks as well. You have a GCP Databricks as well. So once you work with Databricks, you can work with any sort of a cloud. You can work with GCP or AWS cloud as well. Okay, so that gives a feasibility to you. Now, what also makes database a very important tool is you can see this core skill in 2030, right? So now suppose share of employees considering as a core skill in 2025, and then share of employees increasing demand by 2030, right? So by 2030, you can see that AI and big data has a very good demand, right? And it is released by the World Economic Forum. So now as the years are going, the data is increasing by huge volume, right? So that is why big data processing is now very trendy. And to process big amount of data, the data is one of the best tool to process your big amount of data by using Spark. Okay. That is why Spark, that is why Databricks is very important. Okay. Now let's come here, right? So coding is required for data factory, no. For SQL and for Databricks, either SQL and Python you should know, and then you can learn this, right? All right, guys. Now, now, like who can learn, right? So let's try to understand this. Who can learn and how you can learn it, right? So let's try to understand this. Now, suppose if you don't know coding, for example, right? So suppose if I am a person and I don't know coding, for example, if you don't know SQL and if you don't know Python, you can start with Data Factory. This is what we recommend, right? And then for this, we have a Azure Data Engineering course which you can take. Okay, here we will learn about Data Factory basic to advanced, Databricks basic to mid, Synapse and Fabric, Logic App, Key Vault, and then we will do 3 projects in this particular course curriculum. Okay, let me show you this. So we recommend you this particular course. Here, what you can learn is you can basically so here no coding is required for this particular course. It provides you 3 years of experience, right? And then 3 real-time project we will be doing, right? And then the course curriculum of this is this one, right? Here we will learn about like Azure basics, data lake, blob storage, how to make a link service integration runtime, copy data activity, for each loop, pre-copy script, parameterization, lookup activity, delta load, full load, DevOps, right? Azure Databricks integration, right? And then we'll learn about if else activity, metadata activity, triggers, snaps, key vault, fabric, right? All of this we'll learn. And then we will do 3 projects. One is Data Factory project, one is Databricks project, and one is Synapse Analytics projects. And all of these projects is been I have done by myself all of this project in the company, and I'm teaching you this project right in a way that like because once you work for multiple years, all the architectures are not new, right? So now I am teaching you the common architecture diagram which you generally need to learn, and then once you learn this architecture diagram you can basically deliver all kind of a project, right? So that is what I'm teaching you, right? And then we will do 1 project on Data Factory, 1 project on Databricks, 1 project on Synapse Analytics, right? But in this particular course, the main focus is Data Factory. We will learn basics of Databricks, right? Basics and intermediate of Databricks, basics and intermediates of Synapse Analytics from the interview perspective, right? But the main focus will be Data Factory because this course is designed for the people who doesn't know coding, right? Mainly the part will be Data Factory, but here and there we will use some Databricks and Synapse just to adapt on Databricks and Synapse, right? So this course is for them. But now if you say that, hey, Abhishek, I know SQL and Python, right? Then you can go with Databricks and Spark because the big data processing is a very good skill set to have. And once you learn Spark and once you learn Databricks, you are open to many opportunities because Spark is being used at multiple places in Fabric, in Synapse, in Glue, right? So you can basically use Spark knowledge everywhere, right? And for that we recommend you this particular course. So here you can learn about basic knowledge about SQL and Python is required for this particular course, right? And then you can learn about all these tools, right? You can learn about Databricks and Spark architecture. You can learn about cluster administration, RDD data frame API, Spark API, data source API, conversion of PySpark to Pandas, common transformation techniques in PySpark, transformation and actions, DB utils, table manipulation, read write process, manage unmanaged table, JDBC connector, Databricks CLI, Spark UI, Unity Catalog SCD implementation, Lakehouse modeling architecture, predicate push down, projection push down, repartition coalesce. You can learn about everything. And then we will do 2 projects in this. So here we will mainly focus on Spark processing in detail, and then we will do 2 projects, right? So I will teach you how the architecture have evolved, right? From 2018 to 2011, 2022, we will learn about architecture evolution as well, right? So that is what we will learn. So we will learn all the architecture diagram. And this course is for anyone who has who know SQL and Python, focused on big data processing, right? Now, suppose if you say that Abhishek, I want to learn everything now, and like we recommend you to do this combined course if you are more experienced person, right? So suppose if you have 4 to 5 years of experience, and then um, when you are going to interviews as well, you want to show more experience, then you can go for the combined course where you learn about Azure data engineering and also Databricks and Spark in detailed manner. This is what you learn, right? And then here we will focus about like Azure data engineering, and then we will learn about like Databricks and Spark, Unity catalog, Medina architecture, everything we will learn in this particular course, right? So here we will do 5 projects. We will learn about everything, right, in this particular course curriculum. Okay. And all the classes we will practice in the free subscription over here, right? So we have a free subscription as well, right? Here we will practice everything in the free subscription. Um, so now for 1 month, the free subscription is there, right? You can just practice for 1 month for free by using any credit card or debit card. But after 1 month, you can upgrade your account to pay as you go, right? And then it will cost you 1,000 rupees to 1,500 rupees a month for practice purpose, not more than that, right? So for 1 month, you can practice for free. And after that, you can upgrade your account to pay as you go, which will cost you 1,000 to 1,500 rupees a month, not more than that. Okay. And all the classes will go over here in the free subscription. Okay, this is what we will do. Now let's try to summarize everything, right? So let me show you and then we will summarize everything, right? So Azure data engineering course is for anyone who has 3 years of experience. We will learn about ADF, basic to advanced, Databricks, basic to advanced, Synapse and Fabric, basic to mid, warehousing to basic to mid. We will do 3 projects. The benefit of doing this course curriculum is you will learn about data migration, you learn about full load, delta load, you will do 1 project on ADF, 1 project on Databricks, 1 project on Synapse, and then you learn Fabric as well. How much experience you can show by doing the current learning? You can show 3 years of experience. We learn about from the scratch. You can expect up to 15 to 20 LPA by doing this particular course, right? And then we have a Databricks and Spark course curriculum, right? And then for this Azure data engineering course curriculum, this is running right now. Only 2 to 3 classes has happened, right? And then it is a morning batch. 8:30 a.m. IST is the morning timing in which the batch is going on right now. Then for Databricks and Spark course curriculum, it also gives you the 3 years of experience. You learn about Databricks, Spark, Unity catalog, Medina architecture. You'll do 3 projects. You learn about Databricks, Spark architecture. You will gain 3 years of experience. The basic knowledge about SQL and Python is needed for this particular course. You can expect up to 15 to 20 LPA by doing this particular course. This course will start from 11th of November. Monday, Thursday, and Friday will be the timing, right? And this course will run on 8:30 p.m. IST. Okay, 11th November will be the timing. Now we have a combined course, right, which is a combination of both of the courses. It gives you 5 years of experience, ADF basic to advanced, Databricks basic to advanced, Synapse basic to mid. We'll learn about everything. We will do 5 projects. You learn about data migration, full load, delta load, Spark processing, everything, right? And then we have 2 batches, morning batch and evening batch. In morning batch, we will do first Azure data engineering, and then we will learn about Databricks and Spark. In evening batch, we'll learn about Databricks and Spark, and then we will learn about Azure data engineering. Okay. And morning batch is taught by me and one more tutor, Sankha Das, and evening batch is taught by only me, right? All right. So this is a summary about everything. Now, sometimes people wants to know about the learning journey, how my learning journey will look like. So let me show you this. So after every class there is a homework. After every class there is a homework. After every class there is a homework, right? So we class by class we build a project, and after certain classes are done, we complete one project, right? And after class by class we will again do project. Class by class again we will build a project, right? After all of these classes are done, we are again telling you the one end-to-end project which you can do, right? And after all of these classes, we are telling you how to handle the scenario based question, what are the production issues are there, right? We will tell you everything, and then we'll tell you how to introduce yourself, how to explain a project. Then we'll give you the project explanation so that you can write your project. Then we'll give you the sample resume so that you can make your resume. Then we will give you the topic wise interview question, company wise interview question, everything, right? So we are basically following a corporate training, right, in which we do a project which is basically make you capable enough to get a job, first of all, and then capable enough to deliver the project as well at the same time, right? So first we will do projects, right? First we will build the project, right, and then we will help you to write this project in your resume, right, and then we will build your resume. Then we will take a mock interview, right, and then we'll provide you the interview question. That is not chat gptified interview question, but rather than that, we appearing to the interview and then providing the interview question. And then we'll take a mock interview so that you're fully prepared. And all of this is given with 7-day refund policy and price match policy, right? So all of this is given by that, right? So what you can do, suppose if you're a Power BI developer having 5 years of experience, expecting 20 LPA package, right? So what you can do is you can learn, like you can take our course, which is Azure Data Engineering course, and then you can do project with us. And you can say that, hey, I have worked 2 years in Power BI developer, and then I done the backend of it, and 3 years I have worked with Azure Data Engineering domain. This is what you can tell in the interview, right? And then you will be able to give all the interview questions answers because we are teaching you, right? And after that you will be able to deliver the projects in your company as well after our learning, right? So this is what we recommend, and this is what you can do. Okay, all right guys, so now like this is the overall course curriculum and syllabus, right? Now, like this is a summary about everything, right? So as you're returning 3 years, ADF basic to advanced, Databricks basic to mid, Fabric, Synapse Analytics, warehousing, all of that we will learn, right? Now, if you have any question regarding the course curriculum, you can ask us, right? So give me a moment. I will give you the chance so that you can ask question. All right, guys. Anybody has any question regarding the course curriculum in general? You can unmute yourself and ask question if you have any.
Yeah, hi Abhishek. So we have to learn two courses here, right? Actually, I want to learn about SQL and Python because of it's a basic thing, right? In this data engineering.
Can you say that again, please? I haven't understood your question.
So we have to learn two courses here, right? See, because of actually I have to learn about SQL and Python also, and this one
It
ADF
depends upon
also.
your profile. So can you tell me what is your profile?
Azure data engineer.
No, no, no. I am asking you what you're doing right now.
Actually, I'm tablet developer.
Tableau developer. Okay, fine. How much experience you have?
Like I have 4.5.
4.5 years of experience. Do you know SQL and Python?
Not that much, but basic. Python,
Okay.
I don't know. SQL, I know.
SQL basic, you know. Okay.
Yes.
And then when you want to switch to a data engineering domain, you are expecting more than 15 LPA, 20 LPA, or you are expecting less than that?
Expecting like 15 or 15 like that. That's it.
Okay. So either you can go for a combined course, right? Or you can do one course as well, either Azure Data Engineering or Databricks and Spark, and then you can switch, right? But if you want to go, if you're in the like, suppose if you're expecting 20 LPA, then I suggest you to go do a combined course because it will make your profile better. Okay. So and then yeah, so you can do a combined course in this case. This is what I suggest you. But if your expectation is 10 LPA, 12 LPA, you can do either one of the course. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
And
Anybody
one
has
more
any
thing, Abhishek.
question? Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have any chance to learn about this? We have to draw architecture of the project, all those things, right?
You don't need to draw. I
Basically,
haven't drawn any architecture diagram in any company till now. That is
okay,
done by a
fine.
solution architect. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Abhishek. So,
Yeah.
would we get the recorded sessions of the session that have already happened since the course have already started?
Yes. For Azure Data Engineering, if you enroll, you'll get the recorded session of all the classes. Today is like
Okay.
Thursday, right?
And
So you
for
can
the
just
Databricks
go
one?
through.
Mhm.
For Databricks, it will start, right? So Databricks batch
Okay.
will start from 11th of November. So none of the classes has happened for this. So it will start
Okay.
from 1 second. I am sharing a wrong slide. Give me a moment. Yeah. So the Azure Data Engineering course has been started. Only 2, 3 classes have happened. You will get the recording
Mhm.
of this. For Databricks batch will start from 11th of November. For combined
Okay.
course, like if you join a morning batch, you learn about Azure Data Engineering first, and then you learn about Databricks and Spark. And if you join an evening batch, you learn about Databricks and Spark first, and then you will do the Azure Data Engineering. The morning batch will be taught by me and one more tutor, Sankha Das. The evening batch will be taught
Mhm.
by me. Okay,
Okay. And what would be the duration of classes in
one
on the
hour.
weekday? 1 hour.
1 hour. If you join a evening batch, the class will happen Monday, Thursday, and Friday, and duration will be 1.5 hour. And then
Mhm.
if you join a morning batch, it will happen every day on the weekdays, and the duration will be
Mhm.
1 hour.
Okay. And what would be the validity of those sessions? Like, how many months or years would we get the
It is for
access?
lifetime. There is no
Okay.
like end date for this, but we recommend you to learn it within a year because technology is
Mhm.
changing very fast. So our
Mhm.
course won't be valid after 2 years or 3 years probably, right? Because probably Microsoft will learn some sort of a different tools and all of that because things
Mhm.
are changing. So it's better you learn it as soon as possible.
Okay. So, like if I talk about my current domain, it's I'm working on Snowflake and Power BI with four years of experience, and my
Mhm.
aim is to learn PySpark, Python, SQL, and then go to the Azure ecosystem, basically all ADF, ADLS, and blob storage and Azure SQL DB. So I think the combined course would be the appropriate one in my
Yes.
case.
Yes. And then you can learn if you are focused into the Spark mainly, then you can
Hmm.
learn Databricks and Spark first, and evening batch you can join. And the knowledge which you'll get about Spark, you can use in your Snowflake as well, because in Snowflake as well you can run your Spark code, right, by
Hmm.
using Snowpark. So you can use that knowledge as well over there. So you can join a combined course. First learn Databricks and Spark, and then you can learn about Data Factory after 2 months. That would be better.
Okay. Okay.
And if
Because
morning suits you, then you can join Azure Data Engineering and then you can learn Data with Spark. Either each of the courses is mutually exclusive, so you can learn any of the course first.
Oh, okay, okay. Actually, my shift hours are in the UK hours, so my morning hours would be the most suitable one for me to join the course if I join.
But
So, yeah,
UK hours, like you're working in a UK hours, you're saying.
yes, 1 to 10 p.m. Yes, UK hours.
Okay, so you start your day at around 1
Hmm.
p.m. India
Hmm.
timing, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So you can join like this course in this case, right? And also suppose generally if you end um, at around, suppose the class of evening batch happens around 8:30 p.m. IST, right? So like suppose if you in UK as well, people end their work timing at around 4 or 5 p.m., right? So that also
Mhm.
might suit you. It depends on you at what time you end your hours, but you can join either one of them. It depends on you.
Yeah, like I personally know my working schedule for all the weekdays, so I think
Mhm.
8 till 8 or 9 p.m. I do not get enough time. After 9 p.m. only I get some free time
Yeah,
for
yeah.
one
So
hour. So that's
you
why.
can join this as you did
Mm.
in that case. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
And you
Got
can
it.
learn like 8:30 to 9:30 or something. Okay.
Okay, and the combined one course will start from 11th of November, right?
As no, so the combined course basically, so combined course as in you will learn Azure Data Engineering first. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
Like Azure Data Engineering, which has already started. So 2, 3 classes has happened, which
Hmm.
we will give you the recording, which you can watch during the weekend. And
Hmm.
then you can join from Monday, right? The classes. And then you can connect with the tutor as well to clarify your doubts. And it should not be an issue. We will onboard you, right?
Hmm.
And then you can continue like from Monday onwards. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Got
And then here you learn about Azure Data Engineering first, and then you learn about Databricks and Spark after
it.
that. But
Okay.
if you join a evening batch, it will start from 11th of November and
Hmm.
8:30 p.m. IST will be the timing, and then you learn about Databricks Spark first, and then you learn about Azure Data Engineering. Okay.
Hmm. Okay.
All right. Anybody has any question, guys?
Abhishek, you told for 3 years experience, we can expect salary up to in between 15 to 20 LPA. So it depends on the current salary also, how it is.
It depends on current salary. If you're getting 5 LPA right now, you cannot give interviews, say that you want 20 LPA or 15 LPA. It depends on your current salary. But this course is capable enough to get you this much. So for example, if I'm getting 5 LPA package, I will go to HR and say that, hey, I have a Azure data engineering experience of 3 years. I am getting 5 LPA right now. My expectation is around 7 to 8 LPA. This is your first say. And then you get 8 LPA. Then you further use this 8 LPA to crack 11 LPA. And then you further use 11 LPA to crack 14 LPA. This is how you switch and then get offer. It might sound unrealistic, but this can be done. I have done it by myself. Okay. So this course is capable enough to give you this much package. This is what it means by 15 to 20 LPA. But if you're earning less right now, you cannot ask directly that much, but you can ask like by getting different offers. Okay.
Okay. And what is
And
the
do you,
duration of the course? Like, how long will it continue? Um,
For combined course will go for 4 months. Azure Data Engineering will go for 2 months. Databricks Spark will also go for 2 months. Each of the courses
okay.
2 months. Combined courses for 4 months.
Okay.
so daily
Sometimes
one
it
hour or
extends
two
up to
hours?
1 month more. So suppose due to
Mm,
some sort of like, hey, now New Year is coming, so people will be leave on during Christmas time. So
mhm,
it extends for 1 month more in general because of
mhm,
here and there absence of students or like more questions. So it is
Hmm.
estimated 2 months, but it extends for 1 month more if you go for a combined course.
Okay. And if I purchase the recorded session course, then what would be the disadvantage in that case? Like, would I not get
So
the
so it
assistance?
depends. It depends on assistance. We will help you to clarify your doubt. So
Hmm.
doubt won't be an issue, right? Uh,
Hmm.
but and then where you'll get more assistance in live is you can attend the classes live. You have a schedule, right? And then somebody's
Hmm.
coming and then teaching you live, so it gives you a like a timing, a schedule,
Hmm.
right? So suppose I don't generally go for a recorded session because for me I feel that, hey, if I have a schedule, I
Hmm.
basically go talk and learn rather than that I need to give my own time for the recorded session and learn it, right? So that gives you schedule. Live session gives you schedule first of all. Second
Hmm.
of all, in the live session, you know the tutor better because you are interacting with him on a day-to-day basis, and tutor also knows you in a better way. And then you also will get assistance while taking interviews. So we will take a mock interview here, and after the course as well, when you're giving interviews, you can have one-on-one call with the tutor and say that, hey, this is the question which has been asked. You can discuss with him. Those
Hmm.
kind of a more of a assistance is there. Okay.
In the live classes course.
In the live classes. In the recorded session, we will give you the recorded material. We will help you to clarify
Hmm.
all the doubts. You will get interview questions, but the mock interview and those kind of assistance is not there.
Okay. So, since I do not have, I won't be having any work of as a data engineer in my current company. So, would I be able to justify my 2 or 3 years of experience in the resume? Like
You are
I would be
doing
able to
you are
justify.
right now a Snowflake developer, right?
Yeah, like working on basic SQL queries and then working on Power BI.
So what
That's
you
it.
do right now is like suppose you have 3 years of experience, right? You told
Yeah, four,
4 years of experience. So
four
what you
years.
can do, you can tell that like I suppose if I go for an interview right now, I
Hmm.
will tell that, hey, I have 2 years of experience as a Snowflake developer and a Tableau
Hmm.
developer, right?
Hmm.
And then 2 years I worked into the Azure cloud infrastructure. So previously I was working as a Snowflake developer. Then I got a project in which I need to migrate the data in the Snowflake using
Hmm.
Data Factory. And I have done the migration in the Snowflake. And then slowly I adapted Databricks as well, and I have done some processing in Databricks as well because I was aware how to do the processing in Snowflake. So you can make a storyline accordingly, and we will
Hmm.
help you how to make a storyline. So you first tell
Okay.
that about Snowflake experience because you can use that experience because you have that particular knowledge. And then you tell that you have done the data migration because Snowflake can be integrated with any of our cloud. You can integrate Snowflake with Azure, or you can integrate Snowflake with AWS as well. So
Hmm.
you say that you integrated with Azure, and then you try to find a job, and we will tell you how to make this story.
Okay. That's great. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Anybody has any question?
Vishal, one more question.
Hmm.
So the course content what you planned for 3 years and compared to the 5 years, in 3 years also in Naukri, if I check the same what tools and skills they are required
See,
for
guys,
3 years job
here,
also. So
yeah,
now,
see, guys, here we are not preparing for all the jobs. Here we are preparing for, suppose out of 10 jobs, we are preparing for 6 jobs, right? That is what we are preparing. So if you say that, hey man, I want to learn everything and then I want to find, yeah, learn everything and then go find a job, right? But I am trying to just tell you that, hey, you can learn Data Factory, Databricks Limited, Synapse Limited, and then also you can find a job. Why? Because suppose if I am taking an interview in my company, and if somebody tells me that I have 2 to 3 years of experience, and I know Data Factory, I know Databricks, I know in and out everything, I know Spark optimization, I know how to do data migration, I know he's lying because nobody can learn everything in 2 years or 3 years, right? Because it's difficult to learn everything in 2 years, 3 years. So, like, what I am trying to convey here is you basically learn one tool in a detailed manner, which is Data Factory. Databricks, Synapse Analytics, Fabric, you learn, but not in a detailed manner. So, that is what we are teaching you, right? We are teaching you Synapse, we are teaching you Fabric, we are teaching you Databricks, but not in detail, right? So you can basically find a job with this much amount of because we'll focus mostly on interview questions. Suppose in database, what are the interview questions are there? We will learn about it. We will, like, I will guide you how you can learn it, but we'll focus on one tool in a detailed manner. Now in Databricks and Spark, we'll focus completely into Databricks and Spark, right? And in a combined course, we'll focus about everything. So 2 to 3 years of experience guy, if he knows one tool in a detailed manner, and if he just knows interview questions about other tools, he can crack the interview. So that is the focus here. Okay.
and Python we have to learn in combined course plan, right?
Yes, Python basics you
Yes.
need to learn. Suppose such as what is list, what is array, what is numpy. Basics you need to learn, and you can
Okay.
do the sum code in Databricks after that. Okay.
Okay. Abhishek, one more question. So when we talk about learning Databricks from basic to advanced, we are talking about Databricks interface and PySpark,
We
right?
are talking about Databricks interface and Spark, not PySpark. We are learning Spark, and Spark can be written in any language. In Python, in SQL, because the way Spark work equally in all the language. Okay, so we are focusing on Spark and we are focusing on Databricks.
No,
But we
but
will
there
use
would be
Python and we will use
okay.
SQL as a
Mm.
as writing Python as a writing Spark code. So hence we will learn using PySpark and Spark SQL.
Okay.
Okay.
PySpark and Spark SQL, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Mm. Got it.
Okay. Anybody has any question, guys? All right. If there is no question, let me try to conclude everything, right? Azure data engineering course is for anyone who doesn't know coding. And it will, the morning batch is running right now. Only few classes happened. For that, we will give you the recording and onboard you. You don't need to worry about it, okay? Databricks and Spark course needs to be done by someone who know coding, either SQL and Python. Okay. And then if you're looking for big data processing course, you should go with this course. If you're looking for a Spark processing code, you should go with this course. If you're looking for Spark optimization, go with this course. Now, combined course is for someone who has more experience. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, looking for 15 to 20 LPA and want to learn everything. If you think that you have time, you can learn more things, right? Go for a combined course. Okay. Now, Azure Data Engineering course is running in the morning. Database Spark will run in evening, right? And it will be taught completely by me. 3 days it will happen. It will happen every day. Combined course we have both, right? Morning and evening. In morning we will learn about Azure Data Engineering first, then Database and Spark. In evening we will learn about Database and Spark, and then Azure Data Engineering. Both courses mutually exclusive. In both of the courses we will taught everything from the beginning, so you can learn it very easily. Okay. Now, if you are looking for the enrollment for the course, for Azure Data Engineering course, as I told you, right, morning 8:30 a.m. IST, right? The original price is 20,000 rupees. In today's demo, we are giving it 17,000 rupees with 7 day of refund policy, right? Rest you can pay after 1 week. You need to pay 10,000 rupees now, right? For Azure Data Spark, it will start from 11th of November, evening 8:30 p.m. IST will be the timing. Original price is 20,000 rupees. You can get in 17,000 rupees. You need to pay 10,000 rupees now. Rest after the batch starts. Combined courses, like for individual course is 20,000 rupees, so combined course become 40,000 rupees, but you can get it in 30,000 rupees. You need to pay 20,000 rupees now, rest after the batch starts. So it has two timing, morning timing and evening timing, right? And if you want any pre-recorded video, it will be available in the website, or you can ping me as well directly. I can help you to purchase from the website, right? So you can ping me as well. I'm sending you the number. If you have any doubt, you can ping me. And also I'm sending you the link so that you can enroll for the course. Give me a moment. So this is my number. If you have any question regarding anything, you can just ping me here. And also I am giving you the payment link so that you can enroll for the course. Give me a moment. All right, guys. Now anybody has any question, you can ask me. If you have any question, I'm still here. All right, guys. This offer is valid till today 11:59 IST. We are taking limited students as well, so you can avail the offer, get the discount, enroll for the course. If you have any question, you can ping me on WhatsApp, and then I will make sure your doubts are clear. Anybody has any question, guys?
Last question, Abhishek. So, is there any feasibility for Azure Databricks and Spark course to happen in the morning time?
No,
Any
as
possibility?
of now,
No.
no. No.
Okay.
You can also do one more thing. You can enroll for like Azure Data Engineering course and get the recorded material of Databricks Spark, right? Which can like help you to learn quickly if you're looking for some quick learning.
Okay. So I can enroll for that Azure Data Engineering course, and I
Mhm.
won't get the material for data engineering course, but I would get the recorded
No, no, no.
session.
I am saying that you can learn Azure Data Engineering live and you can get the recording
Oh,
of this course rather
oh,
than
okay,
learning
okay.
this live,
Hmm.
right? But if you want to learn, if you're okay to learn it after 2 months, then you can just enroll for combined, learn Azure
Combined
Data
course,
Engineering in
yeah.
the morning,
Hmm.
right? But you can also learn this live and purchase this recording if you want to learn
Hmm.
this fast. Okay. All right, guys. Anybody have any doubt? Okay. If there is no doubt, we can conclude it here. You can ping me on my WhatsApp if you have any question. I will try to clarify that. I will send the payment link in the WhatsApp as well so that you can pay. And this offer is valid till today, 11:59 p.m. IST. Thank you so much for joining the demo. See you around if you're enrolling. Bye, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.